Hello and welcome everybody to my YouTube video here, or stream, or whatever you want to call it, because I do these live. Even though they're intended as content videos, it's just easier for me to send these things off live straight to the internet. So I'm your host. Axlertwinblade is my in-game Splinterlands name, and I go by nfoGuides or infoGuides here on YouTube and Twitch. And so here is a much delayed topic that I've been wanting to discuss, and I just haven't been able to find the correct amount of time to go through everything, even for myself, to make sure I was still on track with what I had in mind. So I finally caught up. I finally found a segment here to actually stream on, or a time frame where I could actually go through this video. So if people come into the live chat, stick around. I will answer and field any live questions after I get through the main topic, or my main plan for specifically my situation with Splinterlands and the plots that I own. All right. So, with that said, one second, my cat wants out. There we go. Cat wasn't even supposed to be in this room. Whatever. Okay, so land. Everybody's well aware that land should be coming out really soon. So, what is my plan? What is Axlertwinblade's plan? Well, let me go back a couple of months ago. Well, before we could survey, here was my plan. My plan was originally to go through and just get one or two plots in a region in this territory, this territory, this territory, this territory, this territory, this territory, and this territory. I was doing that because I really didn't have a plan. I had about 12 plots, so I could get 2 plots in each of the overall territories, not regions, territories. So I had gotten 12 plots, and they were kind of scattered and amongst the first 5 territories. But then I heard Gank talking, and Gank, he owns region 23, 100% owned by him. And he was letting select dedicated players trade property into his region. And I saw this as a good move for me. Here's why. Gank, I feel, is going to stick around with Splinterlands for the long haul. So am I. There's a couple other names that Gank was letting move into this region, which I also believed would be people or players that will stick around for the long haul, just like me. So I wanted to make sure I set myself up with like-minded players. I got a lot of coworkers that play Splinterlands with me, but over the past year, they have really put a lot of their gaming and their assets in, I don't want to say a maintenance mode. They are still playing, but it's definitely not something that they're excited about right now. It's not something they really talk about right now, and they're just not on the same page I am. So I'm not leaving my guildmates behind, because they haven't even discussed about what they're doing with land with me, but all of us have it. So they're sticking around. So my focus was myself and partnering with people that I trust to be in the game for the long term, and trust to work their lands and not let them sit dormant. So when I heard Gank on one of Walking Keys SHQ gaming and collectible streams, Walking Keys and Gank talking, and Gank had mentioned this, I reached out to Gank, and he said, yeah, he likes me enough. I can trade into his region for like-minded properties. So I did. And I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Okay, so I did. And I traded into his region 23. And here you can see I got 2 in track 2, 1 in track 5. 8 of mine are now in track 7 and 1 in track 9. Now, this view is really difficult to look at. I hate the normal Splinterlands view, but we'll try it because I'm clueless. Let's see. If I select... Oh, those are the tracks. How do I sort just by what I own? I don't even use this interface. I dislike it so much. Survey. How do I just say, these are the ones I own? Oh, here it is. It says 12. How do I just filter by that? Huh. Yeah. Some things about their interface I just don't like. Well, you can look at the flags and you can see the ones that I own. And the ones that I own scattered throughout here are most of them. Purple is swamp, so I got swamp. I got a tundra, but then I got one over here, more swamp, and then I got 2 of them up here. And so that's, and one way down here. So I moved in. Now let me go to a view that's so much easier. Here's my plots right here. I've got 12 plots of land, and I only have 1 epic. So I have 1 epic, nothing special. It's just epic with a building in a box. And then rare. I don't have any rare. I don't have any legendary. So everything else is common. Now I do have common that's 1 that's death magic, 1 that's water magic, and then I have 1 that's a different magic, fire. So I got water, I got fire, and I've got death. Now, because of those rare, the magical resources, we're not positive. We won't be able to produce lumber yet, or the magical resource yet. The only thing we'll be able to produce on day 1 with any land are 3 different items. You'll be able to produce grain. You'll be able to produce SPS token mining. And then you'll be able to also do research points towards the Secret of Pretoria. So, other than the percent increase that the magic gives us, ignore the wood and any other icons that you see down here. Even though this one says wood, I will be able to produce wheat or grain, on this piece of land. Okay, so the obvious thing goes, my focus has to be on my 1 epic first. All my best stuff has to be on my epic first. So we're going to jump over here and we're going to take a look at peak monsters and the land calculator. The rarity will say epic, and then it is not magical, it is not occupied, it is none. And then we're going to jump down here and we're going to say I know my epic is a swamp. So the next thing we're going to look at is, where I get my bonuses or don't get bonuses. So here you can see I get a bonus for water or a death. So let's go ahead and we'll set all of these to, I don't really care what splinter they are right now. Just know that water or death is where I will get the most production points. Now, let's go through and look at everything. Just, we'll go, let's see. We'll look at legendaries first, then we'll look at epics, then we'll look at rare, then we'll look at common. Now, common, we know these are all regular foil, and we know to max these out, you need 400 BCX for a max common. So a max common, not gold, will get you 1,100 points. And oh, great. I'm going to have to look this up because I can't remember. Cards. One moment. Oh, let's... I actually remembered the filters. Okay, so now let's look at, we know commons, so let's jump over and look at a rare card. Where's my rares? Here's one. I just can't remember the counts here. So rare, 115. So we'll make this guy 115 on the rare, yes. Now we need to know the next ones here. Sorry, I'll get quicker, I promise. Okay, let me lock this into just water, so I'm not looking at it. So water, and now let's look at the epics. How many do I need for a max level epic? 46. Okay, I should have had this prepared, but I didn't. So, and then here we know a legendary, you need 11. So here's the base production points for a max level card that gets me the 10% bonus. Right now, I'm not going to look at the 10% bonus. Right now, I'm just simply looking at, let's see, legendary, I'll get 1,600 points, 1,375, 1,200. So right here, this is 5,377 points if I was doing regular foil cards. The reason I'm not going to look at this is because all my other plots are common. So if I came up here and switched this to common, you know, I don't get that bonus. So right now, I'm just looking at things, you know, straight up. Hey, DJ Bagman and Skyer, New Jersey, welcome to the stream. I will partake in any questions and answers after I get through my plan. But thank you for joining the stream. Much appreciated. Oh, let's see. So I'm just looking at things from the common level. That's most of my stuff, but just be aware of that. So now let's jump over and look at things in, let me take a snapshot of this in case we need to recall this. I don't have to reload this. Okay, that's the main numbers I want to look at. Now let's switch over to if these were gold, and don't look at the numbers yet because we got to redo how many BCX. We know gold BCX is a 4 and for a max level. Okay, so now let's go back to epics, gold, stats. We need 10. And let's look at the rare in gold. Oh, I don't have any in gold, so we'll just look at this and switch to gold. All my gold cards are on the other account, and this needs 22. And so this one here is a 22, and I know the commons is a 38. Okay, so column comparison. How embarrassing, man. Okay, let's see if this will work this time. Okay, so we're going to do some number comparison here. This is regular foil right here. This is gold foil right here. So what? Ignore this bottom number because that's not even put in. So you can see here a gold foil common I can get 2,200 from, and then of course off of the rares, epics, and legendaries. So yeah, this is great. This is perfect numbers. But what is my plan? Well, my plan is this. I don't have any perfect numbers. I don't have any. I went and I said, oh, let me look at the market and see what I should buy. So I've been watching the last couple of days. I went over here to the market, Chaos Legion, only want to see gold, show me legendaries, and then we want to say, I want to see the cheapest ones. So again, my land plots, I need water or I need death for the 10% boost. And here you can see I got the cheapest ones are life, neutral, earth, life, dragon. So the cheapest one I can get is out here. It's $49.99. Let's say I want to get a max level one. Well, there's only 4 available. I would have to buy all of these right now to max out a gold foil legendary. This is going to be difficult because the pricing goes up very quickly on some. And what I noticed is the number for sale of gold foil legendaries is drying up quick. Like, it's almost not going to be price competitive to try to buy these in the next couple of days. I had some dry powder. I could if I wanted to, but I have decided, no, I need my dry powder for later on. You know, that's a different video. So I've decided I am not going to buy any. And so because I'm not going to buy any, because as soon as the release date of Land Phase 1.5 comes out, I guarantee you every gold foil legendary less than $100 a card will probably disappear. So that means from this card here all the way down to, well, probably every single one of them you see on the screen, I expect will disappear off the market. Look, there's only 8 of these. There's only 3 of these. So we're not talking a whole lot. Okay, so if I'm not doing that, I need to look at, and here's my plan. I am only going to use cards I have already bought, purchased, and or owned. Excuse me. So let's go see what I actually own. And most of my cards right now that are not regular foil, max level, are not over here. So let's look at gold first. And we can see, let's see, gold legendaries. These are soulbound, so that's a different problem altogether. And so then if we look at epics, I do have some epics that are max level. So I've got a lava launcher. I've got Jin Renova, which is life. I've got, let's see, an epic in death, neutral. So those are the 4 max level that I have in this account. Let me open another account so we can make sure I don't have more sitting out there. Let's see, what is that one? Oh, we gotta go to Splinterlands. Not that one. Splinterlands. So again, my plan is starting with I'm only going to use my own assets because right now is a bad time for me to buy, and looking at the numbers, it's not very soon. As soon as land is announced with release date, it will not be cost effective to try to buy cards that are high production point cards. Okay, so this is my Cheech and Chong account, and here you can see on epics, I don't have any other ones maxed out. My Cheech and Chong account has most of my gold foil. So let's jump over here to this. So I have got 4 solid cards I can use that are epics, max level gold. So let's go look at our numbers again. Where's the numbers? Oh, peak monsters. So here's the golds. So that means I could do 4 cards, max level, and get 6,600 points per card. However, if it's fire or life, I lose 50%. That's bad because fire, life, so 2 of the cards are out. I can't use them on that plot. Now, the other 2, we've got dragon and neutral. And dragon and neutral, well, I don't get any benefit. But realistically, 10% isn't a big enough bump for me to worry about it. So, as long as I'm not negative 50%, I'm fine. So I could put 2 of my gold foil epics on this at, 6,600 a pop. That's why I'm not looking over here, is because I'm not worried about that plus 10. Well, here. There we go. 6,000. because I don't get the 10%. I will answer some of those as I go on here. Skyer. Hey there, Paul, Taylor. Again, I'm going through my land plan, and those of you that stick around, I will gladly answer and do any kind of Q&A, question answers once I get through the plan. I'm about halfway through right now. Let's see. So with this here, again, I'm not going to buy any additional cards. I'm just looking at, okay, I already got these. What's the best way for me to use them? So I can put 2 of my gold foil epics here. And the other 2 are going to have to go on something else. It's as simple as that. So let's take a real quick glance now. If I jump over here to Peak Monsters, and let's drop this down to a common plot of land, because that's what most of mine are. Common plot of land, I can still get 6,000 for a gold foil epic. Now let's go in here and say magical resource 100%. Now notice this says 100% goes to my if I was doing a research bonus. So in other words, this 100% for magical land will not help my production points directly, unless I'm going for, I believe this would be the Secret of Pretoria. So again, here's my land plots. If we look at my commons, I got only 3 commons with magic. Everything else is just a common. So really, I need to look at these as, unless I'm doing Secret of Pretoria, these that are magical are no different than the other one. So there's part of my land plan right there. All 3 of my magical plots, my death, my fire, my water, I am going to dedicate those 3 most likely to the Secret of Pretoria, because they get the 100% research bonus. But other than that, they don't get any production boost. Other than, my other commons. So my magical plots, I am going to dedicate to research in land phase 1.5. That will change in land phase 2, but in land phase 1.5, this is what I got to look at. I need to focus on, okay, those I get benefit if they're working on the Secret of Pretoria. I got 12 plots, so 3 of them will be Secret of Pretoria. I got 1 epic. That 1 epic, guaranteed, I am going to put that 1 epic on SPS mining. So I will be doing SPS mining on that 1 epic plot. My other commons that I have in here, again, you won't be able to produce wood, so all my other commons, I can either do SPS mining or I can do grain. And I will probably start off, well, I'll get to how many I'm going to use right off the bat. I'm going for all the good stuff. So I'm going for the epic and my 3 magic plots. Now, if I put max level cards, I need 50,000 DEC per land to do that. But as I've been discussing, I won't have max level. So let's say the best plot of land will only cost me 30,000 DEC because I just won't have all of them maxed out. Now let's go back and look at some cards here. Now let me jump to the rares. So rare maxed out cards in gold. On my Axler account, I have 2 dragons that are maxed out. So we go back over here and let's take, I don't care about the 10%. As long as I'm not losing, I'm not going to worry about that 10% because I know I want to upgrade my cards in the future. And so right now that 10% does not matter to me. I'm ignoring it. So I will just focus on, hey, put my best feet forward. So that means I got on my epic 2 gold foil epics that I can use. So there's 2 of them. And I've got, let's see. Again, this is a swamp, so as long as it's not fire or life, I get no penalty. And I've got 2 right here that are dragon. No penalty. Jump over here to my Cheech and Chong account. Let's go with my rare gold. And I don't think I have any maxed out over here. So I got lots of rares, but no more that are max level copies. So that kind of rules out my rares. So now let's jump to commons that are max level. I've got this guy right here, Pelcor Mercenary. And that about rounds it out. So I just got this guy. I thought at one time I might have had... Yeah, I'll get back to that. Okay, so now in this account, this is rare. I've got 1 max level Damphir Infiltrator. And it's hard to see this. So I actually got 3 of them that are rare max level. But this dragon right here, the Damphir Infiltrator, we come over to... I've got 28 Damphir Goldfoil Infiltrators right here. I've got a bunch of them that are currently at a level 4 already. Level 6 is the max. Oh, sorry. 8. Anyway, I believe I have enough cards here where I can make 3 or 4 more max level rare Goldfoil Damphir Infiltrators. This was an investment I made a long time ago. I was going to sell them for individual cards, but now I think I'm going to go ahead and combine them so I can have them as land workers, because max level Goldfoil rare is a huge difference. So you're looking at rare 4,000 points versus regular 210 points. Huge difference. So gold is where it's at. So that's part of the land plan. Use as much gold as I can. Luckily, I've been saving up. And keep an eye on the numbers, because even a max level gold foil common at 2,000 is better than a regular foil legendary maxed out legendary. So very important. Gold foil common maxed out beats a max level regular foil legendary, hands down. You should be looking at gold foil cards first. They're going to get you more production, and it's a drastic difference. Okay, so because of this, let me go through and change this around just a little bit. So I know I can have 2 gold foil max level epics. I've got 2 of them, 6,000. And then I know I have enough rares that I can put 3 more rares, gold, okay, so this all of a sudden becomes most likely the best setup I can do on my epic or a common. I might be able to do 2 like this. I have enough to do 2 of them with this level of gold foil cards. Let's see. This is still set for magical, so let's now switch back to not magical, but let's look at my epic. I get 40%. So I go from 24,000 production points to 34,000 production points. Now, I have the Gambler title. So let's throw that in there, and now that bumps me up another 25%. Now I have a common totem, 10%. Don't knock the common totems, because a 10% totem, you know, all those 10% I didn't have, I just got it back. So now I didn't have to worry about being water or death. I only had to make sure I wasn't fire or life. And now I got one common totem and I got all those 10% back in a sense. So there's that. And now here's the one question that you were saying is you're upset and annoyed about the Rooney not having an effect. You know, that's a fair argument, but I also looking at it as a Rooney is something special and there's a limited number of them. And when they do release the Roonies, well, that's just butter on top. That will not help everybody out there that doesn't have a Rooney. I have one Rooney. Agrode, I think, says he has 65 Roonies. Well, if Agrode can use 65 Roonies, he's going to dilute or take more of the pie away from me because I only have one Rooney. So I am not disappointed yet that Roonies aren't going to be here day one. Because when a Rooney does come in, it's going to be good. There's not going to be a problem. Everybody will get to use their Roonies on the same day. So now let's look if we throw my Rooney on this piece here, and I got just a regular one. So we throw in the Rooney, an extra 100%. So that potentially brings my epic up to a 71,000 production point plot of land, which is the best I can do. Now that's an epic. Now I can put the same level of cards on one other common. I could do a Secret of Pretoria, but that I won't get any boost for these. So I could come over here to, let's see. So 71,000 is the best I'm going to do. Unless I start buying gold foil legendary cards. Let's now switch to a common plot of land. So on a common plot of land, right here, the best I'm going to do is 25,000 because my title won't be there. My totem, I don't have another one yet. And my Rooney, nope, don't have one. So on a common plot of land, with the current cards I have, I should be able to hit at least one more common plot with another 24,000 production points. So, to summarize my land plan, I'm not going for top level cards, but I am going for gold foils. A gold foil maxed out common beats a legendary maxed out regular foil card. If you can go for leveling up your golds, that's where you want to look. The other big part of my plan is don't worry about the plus 10%. Only worry about the minus 50% on a land type. That 10% you can make go away and disappear by buying one common totem. And I shouldn't say that because I haven't bought more yet. So now all of you are going to rush out and buy these away from me. So let's look over here. Not there. Where's there? The non-card market. Okay, so let's look at a common totem. You can get them for $18. So for $18, you can slap an extra 10% back on that piece of land. And if you can actually line up the actual bonus, you'll get that 10% plus another 10%. So you've got some benefits there. So use the totems to offset what you need here. What will I be targeting first? This is based on my situation. I currently have, oh, let me turn it on because you can't see it. Time crystals and grain. Let me refresh. Shark monsters. I will explain a totem here in a second. Okay. Here we go. I got because I bought the building in the box and all this pre-sale stuff, I already have 150,000 grain. So day one, I am not going to worry about producing grain. This will last me a little while because I also won't be working 12 plots of land on day one. Day one is going to be my epic plot first, maxed out with everything I can get on it, producing SPS tokens. The second thing I'm going to jump at will be a common, most likely one of my common magicals. So a common magical producing Secret of Pretoria, because up here, if you have a magical resource, we get a plus 100% boost on research. So I will probably do that as a second card. First will be SPS, second will be Secret of Pretoria, and then the fourth will be grain, because I will be burning through my supply to feed those first two, so that gives me time to start producing grain on the other ones. Let's see. So on my other just common stuff, I've got plenty of plots. So now let's look at building in a box. Building in a box. This plot does not have it. Does not have it. Does not have it. So that means I have to clear those plots before I can start producing on them. The other 5 I have building in a box. So that means day one I can start producing. So most likely I'm going to jump on these 5 plots next. But very early in the game, I am going to put workers on these 3 without building in a box. I'm going to do that so that I can start clearing the land, because this one is earmarked for grain. I need to start producing grain, and I need to clear this land. So I will probably throw whatever commons I can on there. I don't care the amount. I just want them to start clearing the land day one. Just, I'll put them on there and I'll forget about them. So I'm going all in on my epic towards the SPS token. I'm going second all in on a magical plot, most likely towards the research Secret of Pretoria. Now, day one, there's no reward for that. I'm doing that because I play the game long haul. I'm looking long distance. I want to get a trickle going on that Secret of Pretoria day one. Third, I want to get 2 plots of land up and running for grain right away. So I will grab 1 or 2 of these plots here that already have the building in a box. I'm going to start making grain. And then I'm going to try to load up all these without building in a box. I want to get those cleared, so that way when I do want to use them, I don't have to worry about clearing the land first. So, and then eventually I will start populating these other ones with as much as I can as well. And I will probably, all depends on what the SPS token is looking like off of my epic, if I want to go all in towards more of the SPS token, or just say, well, I got my epic on it, and I might just go 100% grain on everything else until land phase 2.0. So I can build a huge stockpile of grain. So when 2.0 comes out and we can really start harvesting, I can stop producing grain 100% and go full bore on whatever I think I need to. That was a very long-winded description of my land plan. I hope this insight showcases some things to some of you, and if it doesn't, or let me rephrase that. Leave a comment below if you think I'm wrong on something. Tell me, because my land plan will change if smart people tell me I'm being silly. 2, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe to the video. I will go over totems here for shark monsters next. And what they are is, it's a piece of artwork. I'll describe it a little bit. So totems right now The only totems in the game, common, rare, epic, and legendary totems, these were airdropped to individuals during the land pre-sale. Oh, why thank you. I appreciate that. So the common, rare, epic, and legendary totems that you see right now, for all intents and purposes, you can put one totem on one plot of land and it will give you a bonus to your production. And the only tokens on the market, totems on the market were totems that were airdropped to people during the land pre-sale. And, you know, there were, I think, raffle tickets and all this kind of stuff, but forget all that. That's the only ones in existence to date are the ones that were given away for free 2.5 years ago. As you work your land, well, let's jump over here so you can see the bonuses. So here, a totem that is common gives you a 10% boost. A rare totem will give you 25, an epic will give you 50, and a legendary will give you 100%. A legendary totem is just the same thing as a regular Rooney. So if you can't get a Rooney, but you can afford a legendary totem, I'm just saying, look at the math. Now, if you can do both, all of a sudden look at this number grow astronomical. But again, some of these things can be way out of reach. So let's see. The cheapest legendary is 1,468. A Rooney is cheaper. Get a Rooney. Roonies are cheaper than that. Don't waste your money on a legendary totem when you can go get a Rooney for probably 600 bucks. Okay. Yes. They sold what was called an unstable totem. So this was a DAO generated vote to pre-sale building in a box unstable totems for land phase 1.5. Before the community proposed and voted on that proposal, unstable totems did not exist. So what they've done is they gave you an unstable totem, and that unstable totem will give you 30 days. Once you put it on your land, it will activate, and you will have 30 days of, I think, a plus 100% production bonus. Maybe not 100%, but you will get a production bonus, but it's time bound. You get 30 days, then it's gone. Now, how do we get more totems? You can and will get more totems, but this probably won't be until land phase 1.5. Rooney are at 930 per floor. Okay, so they have gone up since I last looked, but still that is cheaper by $600 than buying a a legendary totem. So when you're working your land, every day as you work your land and you claim your resources, there's going to be a chance of you getting fractional parts of totems. So let's say you'll get, just like an SPS coin, you'll get 0.02 of a rare totem. And you will start earning potentially fractional totem pieces that you will then obviously at some point in time be able to combine into more real totems. That will occur at whatever rate they say while you are doing your daily production. If you're a person that can hit a claim button and get something, you will have a chance that some of your earnings that day might include some parts of totems. My understanding is all the totems on the market right now account for 50%, 50%. So that means there's another 50%, 50, that will be given out through daily claims. And don't expect all of them to, all those pieces to drop within, 10 days. No, I would expect all those pieces to drop over 12 months, if not longer. So that's what a totem does for you. You sold one last week for 470. You also have the titles that get you more. Yes. And the titles I did show, but I didn't focus on them. Because I went to Splinterfest, I have a title of The Gambler. That was and so I will get a 25% boost by putting my title on here. And so all the titles have rarities assigned with them. Well, but The Gambler is the one I currently own. Here I own one. Or we can come over here and we can look at other, and you can see that I have 2 totems. Thank you so much, Paul Taylor. I wasn't expecting that. Much respect, man. Much respect, much appreciated. I was shocked. Thank you much. And so I got 2 common totems now, but where's my? Did I already pass? At the top. Oh, it's up here at the top. So here's my title right here. I have it active on my guide just because it looks cool. As soon as I can put it on land, I'm going to put it on land because I get 10% or 25% boost from it. Yeah, you bought 2 epics and 3 rare plots with it. Nice. I am jealous. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't get any rare plots out of 12. I got 1 epic, 3 magic, but I did not get any rare plots. But again, this is kind of a side note to the land plan. But when you look at these, okay, I got a bunch of commons. Now let me go over here to the market or land and show you something. Sorry, it takes us a second to load. On one of my future updates, I'm going to limit the full market to like 500. Loads quicker. Okay, so in here, you've got commons for $39. The cheapest rare is $59. That's a $20 difference. Now, that's not prime real estate either. That's just the cheapest. $20. Now let's go over here to Peak Monsters and let's take a look at something. A common plot of land gives you 0 boost. A rare plot of land for $20 only gives you a 10% boost. What else gives you a 10% boost? I've already mentioned it. A common totem. So if I have a common plot of land, but a common totem on a common plot of land, that is the equivalent of having a rare piece of land with no totem. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at it as I can upgrade my common plots to a rare plot just by picking up $20 totems instead of going to the market and buying up a bunch of rare plots for $60 a pop. I can get 3 totems right now for the price of 1 plot. I can get 3 equivalent rare plots just simply by buying 3 common totems. That's another part of my land plan. So that's why I was very thankful for your gift there, Paul Taylor, because I have not gone out and bought those totems yet. And I'm not going to go, diving headfirst into it. I've only got so much I can buy, and this is why I'm not buying cards off the market. I did all my buying already. I need to hold myself back to, on day 1, don't FOMO. Put what you have to work. You will see where you're inefficient at. You will see what you need to get more of. And once you do all of that, that's when you should start buying pieces and parts as needed. Don't focus just on cards. Look at the totems. Look at the cards. Look at gold versus not gold. Look at the price of, all these little pieces added together. And seeing where, oh, if I buy a totem or 3 totems, so instead of buying myself 1 rare plot and being like, haha, I finally got a rare one, I can just snub my nose to the rare plot, and I can go ahead and buy 3 common totems for the same price, come over here, and now I've got 3 more, technically 3 more plots that are or have become the equivalent of a rare. Now, eventually, based on pricing and based on profits, I'm not saying I won't buy more land. But until I have all 12 of these plots running, I don't need more land. I need the land I have working. So I hope that information helps you guys. Any other questions out there? In streaming to YouTube here, I can't really see how many people are online or live or still watching or not watching, but that covers my land plan. I think I've answered everybody's questions. So please leave a comment below, check out my other videos, like and subscribe, share this with your friends. I appreciate anything and everything the community has to offer. I enjoy giving back to the community, and I will continue to give back to the community. Thank you everybody for coming out and joining me. There's no other questions. I am going to end this video in a moment. Get back over here, give you guys time to see if there's any. Okay, Paul, thank you so much. Skyer, you can barely handle 5 plots. I tell you, I agree 100%. I've got 12 plots. I'm going to try, if I can, get 5 of them working in the first day or so. But the other 5 are going to take me some time because I won't have the DEC to even start them. Thank you, Skyer, for hanging out. Thank you, Paul Taylor. Thank you, Shark Monsters. I don't know if you're still there, but thank you for the question. I hope you also learned a little bit about totems, and hopefully that helps you understand their use and how you may or may not get more in the future. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me for what turned out to be a much longer stream than I expected, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time. Peace.